It is a quarter to the weekend. You're watching Smell the Coffee with Diana Master and Glenora Shipura. And boy, oh boy, do we have the show for you today. How are you doing, sweetie?
Mercury is still in the Gatorade. It's ending tomorrow, guys. So don't panic.
Okay.
We're almost out of
Almost
it.
there. What has happened for you that has made you really be like, yeah, Mercury's in the microwave?
I think we over, because it's always about the exes coming back, blah blah blah. But it's not really about that. It's just about what lessons have you learned. So I've been seeing a lot of like themes around like, oh, I dealt with this. I thought I was over this. Oh, okay, this is me now. So it's more just like the universe testing you. Hey, remember that lesson that we taught you? Did you really learn it though? So, and then you're like, yeah, I think I have. So for me, that's what it felt like. Of course, the exes and whatnot will always come back during Mercury retrograde. But they say apparently they only come back, if they don't come back, that means you are done.
Whoa.
You have cleaned up your
cycle, your karmic
you've
cycle.
learned your lesson. So if they don't come back, that means you're done.
Wow.
You've done the job. The inner work.
You're crazy girl. That's
Yeah.
Have you had a dark night of the soul?
Yeah, I think I feel like the past 5 years have been the dark night of the soul. Because what has been happening, guys, like I feel like I was just in some type of dark hallway that was never getting any light.
So basically, a dark night of the soul is an ego death, right? Everything, you want to be in isolation, you don't want to talk to people, you are basically shedding, a part of you, and it is the pits.
Not even shedding a part of you, shedding what is not you.
It is the pits. When I tell you a dark night of the soul, people actually tend to mistaken a dark night of the soul for a depressive episode. So sometimes, yes, you are having a depressive episode, but sometimes it could be a dark night of the soul. And the problem with the dark night of the soul is there's no time frame. My dark night of the soul, I think 4 years ago, lasted 2 weeks. And I was like, what is happening? It's for the birds, guys. It is for the birds. You want to be in isolation. The things that you used to find joy in, you don't find joy in anymore. You're like, what is life? Nothing makes sense. You are just, which is why people tend to mistake it for a depressive episode. But the more you read about it, the more you're like, aha. So obviously depression has some heavier themes, people start with the ideation of suicide and all of that. Then okay, this is depression. Dark night of the soul, you literally don't know what you want to do with yourself. You don't know what you want. You don't know if you want to be in isolation or
not
be. I want to be surrounded by people, but actually, no, I don't want to be surrounded by people. But, I want to do this, but maybe, no, I don't want to do this. What is life? What am I supposed to do? And usually they say a dark night of the soul is when you're on a twin flame journey.
I think the viewers don't know about a twin flame journey. Please enlighten them.
So twin flame journey, right, is basically for those that believe in reincarnation. So they say every time you get reincarnated, your soul levels up. Then it gets to a point where it levels up so much that it can't be contained in one physical vessel. And then it splits in two. So your soul splits in two. So now you constantly are looking, or not really looking, and not everybody has a twin flame, by the way. It's unlike soulmates. A lot of people have soulmates. Everybody has a soulmate. But twin flames are completely different because it is literally your other half. The other half of your soul. So when you finally meet this person, and again, not all twin flames can meet in one lifetime. Sometimes you guys just go your entire lifetimes without knowing of each other. But then those that do come into union with their twin flame, it is so triggering because this person reflects things about you that you don't like about yourself.
It's a literal mirror.
It's a literal mirror, and it forces you to work on these things. And another thing about twin flames is that there's always the runner-chaser dynamic, because the one is running and the one is chasing. And then usually the one that is chasing is the one that goes through their D-knots, the dark night of the soul first.
Really? I didn't know that. Actually.
Usually.
Wow.
And so that's just how the whole twin flame concept works. So a lot of the times they might come back into union, But then sometimes it's really just because of the lessons that you need to learn.
Yeah, the evolution of the soul.
The evolution of the soul. So sometimes you guys just decide, you know what? Nah, bruv. It's best that we don't. But it is very triggering. It is extremely overwhelming, and it's just so, yeah, just, it's a lot.
I feel like I've been dealing with a twin flame situation. Not like a person, no, not like that. Just like everything in my life for the past, especially the past 5 years, I have to say, have been a whole thing of, it's a mirror. Oh, you remember the thing that you've been shoving down? Okay, yeah, now you got to deal with it.
Well, if it isn't the bridge that I said across when I get there.
So not a literal lover, but like, yeah, life literally saying, hey, are you going to deal with these issues? Or must we repeat them?
And you see, a lot of the times when we do suppress these things, my friend always likes to say, are you healed or are you just in isolation?
I hated that comment because I was just like, I'm so healed and whatnot. And then I try a small relationship.
It's like, boom! Yep. You're like, I wasn't healed.
Clearly,
I wasn't healed.
But I've actually realized anytime I do like a major purging, right? So let's say I'll cry about something that has come up.
Yeah.
I might even cry for a whole day. Just something in my life levels up. Literally, something in my life. I'll either get a call, hey, we have this thing we want to do, work with you on, or just different things, but something in my life always levels up. So again, healing is so that you can contain the joy that is there for you.
So you're letting go of the things that don't serve you anymore and basically making room for the things that do serve you.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. And sometimes it's so difficult for us to let go of certain things.
Yes.
Because as human beings, I think we have this thing of just wanting to know why. We want to know, okay, you're telling me to let go of this thing, but you have to promise me that there's something better coming. Like, do you promise? Like, promise. If you promise, let me see. Give me a glimpse of how it's going to look. Give
me a little taste.
Give me a little
I
taste.
think I'm in the phase in my life where I just know that, I'm just tired of the meh. This is not a good relationship. Why am I still entertaining it? I kind of don't like these relationships anymore. These things that don't honor me or that, I don't want to say honor me like it
doesn't serve you.
Yeah, it doesn't serve me. And yeah, I mean, why are we doing this?
Yeah, and you know, sometimes relationships do teach us, especially boundaries. Because sometimes, I think my biggest lesson was that takers will always take. As givers, we don't really have a limit because we give. And takers just take. So it becomes a thing of having to learn boundaries. Like, okay, you know what? I'm only going to give you this much of my energy and preserve the rest for myself. Because at the end of the day, you find that you're the one that's depleted.
Yes, and you can't pour from an empty cup.
You can't pour from an empty cup. So learn boundaries, learn to say no, learn to put your foot down, learn to say, you know what, this is not what I want for myself, so it's fine. I'm going to let it go, I'm going to cut things, and then I'm just going to move on.
Yeah, but I think that doesn't necessarily only come from just an action. It's an inner knowing. You just get to a point in your life where you've just done so much healing and work on yourself where it's just like,
Yeah.
It's not even a thought about it. Whereas, I can't let go of Diana. We're such close friends. We've been friends for, 20 years or what have you. I've known her my whole entire life. What do you mean I have to let go of her? And now it's just like, I don't think we are at the path where our, roads cross. So I think we are going our separate ways. I love you. I wish you the best.
No, not me. I don't wish you the best. I'm sorry. I really do not wish you the best. If things end, I wish you the worst. Like, from the heart of my bottom, I wish you the absolute worst. Speaking of, let's get into our memes of the day.
I totally understand that children are gifts from God, but are there no other gifts in heaven? Like GLE, like Tesla, like money, millions of dollars. Must it be children?
Questions that need answers. Are there no other gifts in heaven, colleagues? Like,
I think I'm literally ready for my rich bag era.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm ready for the sports cars, the big house, the good jobs that we love, or actually working 1 hour in a day. That's
And
how
you-
much
you're
I'm
like,
willing to put
okay.
in for work. Yeah, I think we've done enough.
I think for me, right, I've
Yeah.
always had this thing of wanting to be a stay-at-home wife.
Yeah, so you don't even want to work.
I don't have a dream job. I don't dream of labor. Who dreams of labor? Like, no. But I was speaking to my friends and they said to me, no, but you're so great at what you do. I'm like, oh my gosh, I
not
get
about
it.
that.
I get it. And then I thought about it and I said, okay, you know what? I would want to keep doing what I'm doing.
But for fun.
But for fun, exactly. Exactly. I should just be like, babe, I have this movie that I'm doing for the next 6 months. Okay, babe. But then if you decide, you know what, I don't want to do it.
yeah,
You
3
don't
months
have to.
into it, you just walk out.
You don't
just,
have to.
You'll be so. Okay, I think you'll be in demand if you have the ability to walk away from projects.
You will be in,
Yeah. I think the problem is we are so hungry when we get.
So you just take whatever they
And then you
hand
tolerate.
Yeah.
You tolerate. Oh, you and I have tolerated.
Oh, in this industry.
We have tolerated. And you know, you come out there, I'm like, this was not even worth it.
It was not worth it because then at the end of the day you get $5,000 and $5,000 is not even enough to last you the whole week.
Exactly. Exactly.
And this is why I said in my article, actors need support and money.
Yes.
Right now we're doing acting out of passion.
Because we love it.
Just because we love it, not to pay the bills. That's why even if you find when we're doing a production, maybe at the National Theatre, rehearsals are always from 5:30 or 6 because they know people are at work. Because you cannot sustain yourself on an actor's salary. It just doesn't work. And I feel the industry is somewhat taking advantage of that.
And it's so sad. I did work in Hamburg, right? I told you about this. And it was so crazy to watch actors make a living.
From acting.
Yeah, like they get a salary, they have their medical aid, you know,
see?
they're supported by the system.
Exactly. Because also, have you realized that with our industry, actors are basically, I don't want to say an afterthought, but
just art
when
in
it
general,
becomes,
actually,
but
not
when
even
it
just
when
actors.
they're looking at the budget, it's sort of like, okay, we need a budget for the DOP, we need a budget for this.
Create a proper budget. Can we just create proper budgets? Let's stop this things of cutting. I'm tired of speeches. I've seen so many
so
speeches.
you know the budget.
We are gonna start a policy. We're gonna do this to regulate the industry. We've been regulating for how
For
long
me, it's
now?
always the budget. And back to what I was saying about the fact that actors, I feel, are the last on the list because the first thing they say is, oh, we need Zakaria who's going to be the DOP and we're going to pay him 30,000. And then we need catering and we need what and we need what. Okay, fine. For the actor, okay, Diana will probably work for 5K. Hi, Diana. So we have this role for you. Unfortunately, the budget doesn't really allow.
And they always start with
So
that. Yeah, they always
start with that. The budget doesn't really allow. So what we're going to do is we can only give you 5,000 if you're willing to do it. And if you're not, then it's okay. But we really want you on the project. And it's like,
You guys are saying that the Namibian art industry is dying out, what have you.
I wonder why.
Support it by giving it the proper budgets. If you're a commercial company making an advert, please make sure that you are paying each and every member on that team
What they're worth.
Yes, what they're worth.
Yeah, stop taking advantage of artists, guys. Like this whole thing of, oh, artists are struggling and broke. It's not just a joke, hey? Like really and truly, people love these things. And if you guys feel as though the arts industry is not important, just think back to the time of COVID when everybody was locked in their houses. What were you guys doing? You were watching series, you were reading books, you were listening to music, all of these things. If we were to take away all of those things, then what then? Then what? Nevertheless, let's take a look at our second meme.
Don't do what I don't. Please don't. Don't. How?
And one thing about me, I'm a fall in love. I'm a fall
I
in
was like,
love.
my homegirl. You called yourself out. So I was just like, okay, you know what?
Me, I go, whoop. Whoop.
The thing is, I get recruited, but that's also with me. I have a very protective type of energy around my friends and whatnot. So if your person does you bad, now I hate your person. Do you get what I'm saying? But now I can't be hating 10 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can. You can. You totally can. You totally. Like, I really would hate for you to bump into my ex because I just can't trust you.
Oh, I know.
I cannot trust you.
And you'd be like, okay, Glenn, fix your
Be
face.
cool. Fix your face.
It was really nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot let y'all be in the same room.
Yeah, and I'll be making like those, snarky comments. Like,
This is why you should never tell your friends when a man or a girl does you dirty, because now we hate that person.
We hate them.
So now when you get back together and then they're like, babe, you won't believe what Glenn said about you. Glenn said you have a big head. Exactly. But
and now
anyway,
people are hating on me.
Yeah, exactly. But nevertheless, we will be right back right after this short commercial break as we get into our top stories.
Namibia is a land of movement, with waves that never stop reaching forward. Here, adventure is not something we search for. It is something we are born into. In every corner of this country, creativity rises. From artists, from athletes, from dreamers. And when the world comes to explore Namibia, they discover something extraordinary. Because when sport moves people, creativity moves ideas, and tourism moves the world toward us. Something powerful happens. A platform where movement meets imagination, where industries connect, where opportunity grows, where Namibia's next chapter begins. Welcome to the Creative Sport Tourism Expo. Exhibit, partner, experience. Creative Sport Tourism.
Getting into our top stories, mega church pastor Josh Howerton did something a little unorthodox to achieve an orthodox outcome. Howerton, who leads Lake Point Church in Dallas, preached a sermon last month, 3 Things That Will Kill Your Marriage. And at the end of the message, he invited cohabiting unmarried couples to get married. If you're living with somebody that's not your spouse, you're sleeping with somebody that's not your spouse, or you've actually already started a family and had kids with somebody that's not your spouse, and you right now are coming under the loving conviction of the Holy Spirit that you need to honor God, bend your knee to Jesus, he said from the pulpit late Feb. Howerton added, put a ring on it and enter into a covenant with the person that you're already acting like you're in covenant with. The pastor revealed that this past week that after that sermon, which he said he spent a great deal of time preparing, 52 couples came forward and all were married Friday in a joint ceremony and celebration. These 52 couples heard the marriage sermon 2 weeks ago and came under conviction, he wrote on social media. They wanted to honor God and get married, met with pastors for counsel, and tonight they got married. Howerton honored the newly wedded couples from the pulpit this past Sunday, encouraging churchgoers to show up for the service to give them a standing ovation for their decision to repent and come into right standing with God.
Okay, I see what he's doing. It's amazing. I told you, I have my commitment issues.
Yeah.
But if ever I am to get married, I don't want it like that. Like
Bruv.
a group wedding. It's not even like 2 people or something. Like
52 couples.
Bruh.
52 couples. That's 104 people.
No.
Like,
I'm sorry. Thank you for opening my eyes, but we're gonna do this in a year's time so we can plan
But
properly
imagine.
for our wedding.
but imagine you've been begging this man to marry you,
And
and
then
then you guys go to church, and then you go, it's a sign.
And then he's like, okay, yeah, fine, let's get married like this. And you're like,
No, babe.
No.
No. I don't know how I feel about this whole thing, because it feels as though it's just under pressure.
exactly. 52 people, 52 couples.
52 couples, that's 104 individuals standing on stage to get married.
I do. So it's not even
I
a
do.
special, our vows are not going to be as special because now
No.
it's our vows and some other people's vows.
There's not even time to do your vows. What do you mean? There's 51 other couples that need to say their vows. Imagine 104 people speaking, oh, you're the love of my life, and what?
It's not even emotional as it's supposed to be.
Ugh, guys,
It's
no,
not
man.
even emotional as it's supposed to be.
But stop these things of cohabiting, you see? Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop acting like you're
They
married.
cohabiting stuff, I have to say, yeah, I agree.
You're just playing house.
I
And
agree-ish on it.
a lot of the times, this man probably won't marry you because he's already getting everything without the ring. Like, in his mind, he's like, why should I pay for the premium package when I already have the premium package without having to pay the premium price? You're already doing all of these things for me anyway, so why would I marry you?
But what if we are both living at our respective places and we visit each other?
No, that I understand.
Yeah?
My thing is just, why are you acting like a wife on a girlfriend tender? Don't act like a wife on a girlfriend tender.
Okay.
Don't act like a husband
I
on a
need your
boyfriend tender.
advice on that, but we'll talk off camera. Now, getting into our next story, speaking of things that went haywire, Kristen Cabot, the woman at the center of Coldplay's Kiss Cam scandal, drops new bombshell about viral moment. Kristen, the woman who found herself at the center of Coldplay's Kiss Cam scandal back in July 2025, has slammed celebrities like Gwyneth Paltrow and Ryan Reynolds for poking fun of the viral moment that exposed her affair with astronomer CEO Andy Byron. Now, the mom of two sat down for a candid tell-all for Oprah Winfrey's podcast, where she expressed her disappointment in seeing such big names jumping on the Kiss Cam controversy for their own amusement. Following a flurry of memes circulating on social media, Paltrow then agreed to star in a short ad released by Astronomer, where she joked about the company's unexpected moment in the headlines involving their CEO and head of HR. That was really disappointing to me. I felt like Gwyneth, someone whose company Goop is founded on or framed around uplifting women and women's well-being, she doesn't need the money, she told the talk show queen. I don't know why she felt the need to throw gas on the fire and get involved in all of these. Ryan Reynolds' company Maximum Effort also worked on the ad. I don't want to let Ryan Reynolds off the hook either. He produced the ad, he created it, and his wife Blake Lively has just gone through something really similar over the last year. She insisted, referring to Lively's very public legal battle with It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni. The biggest bombshell from the interview came when Cabot shared the truth about her relationship with her then boss and the controversial few seconds that changed both of their lives. She insisted the pair did not do anything wrong on that fateful evening because they were both secretly separated from their partners. I was walking into the concert and my daughter messaged me and said, "Oh, it's great that you and Andrew Cabot are both at Coldplay." So she let me know that my estranged husband was also at the concert. She said, the interview is briefly interrupted by the talk show queen, who wanted to point out a very important detail mentioned in the comment, the real truth that no one has known about until now. This is what I did not know before the story, and you all obviously didn't know either, Winfrey said, asking the live audience sitting on the chat that the two were separated from their respective spouses.
Secretly separated. Define secretly separated. I'm sorry, I'm curious about that. Define secretly separated. What does it mean? Does it mean it's a secret from your spouse that you're separated?
Because she's saying that had she run into her husband, he would have not been shocked that she was with her boss.
I'm sorry, that reaction said a lot, because if we are secretly separated and we've agreed that we're going to see other people, why would I dodge the camera like that?
Bruh, jump.
Why would I jump and yeet myself out of the frame?
No, what she's trying to say is Patrick and I are separated, but the public doesn't know that
Does Patrick know that you guys are separated? I'm sorry, does...
Apparently, according to her. But you know what's also interesting? She does reveal that she and her former boss, and the former CEO of Astronomer, they broke up as well, and she was hinting at the fact that he's a liar. So I'm gonna go ahead and read between the lines and think that when he said that he was separated from his wife,
it was a lie. You lose him, how you got him. On that note, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Smell the Coffee. Thank you so much for joining us. We will catch you guys again tomorrow, same time, same place. Ciao.